The following podcast recording involves spoilers for multiple forms of media. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, it is me. Oh, and it is you. Who are you?
It is me. Hi, I'm Reb.
This is Reb. Welcome to another episode of the podcast with me, your host, Hades Chaos One, and I brought yet another friend of mine in with me today on Spooky Month, where we talk about things that are spooky and scary, and sometimes a little sexy. This particular episode, we are going to be talking about monsters that people would like to smash or do the horizontal tango with of any kind. I'm trying to be family-friendly here within the first 2 minutes of the episode because this is going up on YouTube, and I don't want it to be potentially demonetized. Reba,
I was about to say, what about this is family friendly?
None of it. And that's the point. But the first 2 minutes of the episode have to be. So,
okay.
Reb.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how are you doing today on this wonderful October day? It's 10/10. I would say you're a 10 out of 10.
It is. Oh, okay. I am doing great.
Yeah. We actually haven't talked in a hot second, and I love that the first thing that I come to you with is, hey, Reb, you want to do a podcast? Oh, it's going to be about sexy monsters. Are you into that? Sure. Great. Let's do it.
You definitely, you definitely picked the right person, I guess.
Well, would you believe it if I told you? Would you believe it if I told you I had 3 people to choose from, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had you, I had my other good friend Jonah, who's my platonic husband, right? And you know that we're platonic lovers, of course. Polyamory runs in the family.
I'm the other man.
You're the other man, and it's totally fine, and we love it. It's an open relationship. Just so much love to go around. And I was going to talk to one of our mutual friends, Apollo, because Apollo is very much into vampires and whatnot. And but here's the thing, both of them were busy. And I was like, wait. I see there on the horizon. They're actually available for once in my goddamn life. So
oh my god, I literally just became available.
Hey.
Not in that way.
This is gonna make the viewers so confused, and I love it. And I actually
in
love
love with me.
I'm in my DNF arc. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Because I'm British.
It's because you're British. It's solely because you're British and nothing else.
Yeah, it's not like I'm incredibly sexy or anything.
No.
That was a joke. I am, in fact, incredibly sexy and hot and cool.
I love that I just said no.
You just agreed with me. They need to know I am incredibly sexy and hot and cool.
They need to know the facts of the matter. And the facts of the matter is before we started the podcast, you were telling me how you wanted to smash Michael Myers from the hit series
okay.
Halloween.
You didn't listen to me. I did not say that. This is a great song. I did not say that. I said, okay, I was in Cole with some other friends yesterday after I'd watched Halloween for the first time. I've never seen the original Halloween before, or in fact any Halloween.
You're British.
No, it's because I had overprotective parents. But I watched Halloween, the 1978 movie, for the first time, and as I was watching it, I had a thought to myself about a conversation I'd had with said friends months ago about whether it was morally okay to be attracted to slashers. And I remembered that there was a specific character that, for whatever reason, probably couldn't give consent. So I was thinking, is that Michael Myers? And I was walking down my hallway, talking to my friend quite loudly because I have no shame. And I said something along the lines of like, because I don't have a problem with people who want to fuck serial killers, as in fictional ones. And my flatmate heard me and brought it up today with our friend. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I had that conversation with someone.
Okay, but would we constitute for a brief moment, because this is specifically about you know, things that go bump in the night. Technically, serial killers in movies and media and, you know,
I think
all
we
that
should
kind of
refer to them
stuff.
as slashers to clarify.
Slashers, yeah, but, you know, in those stories, they are serial killers, right? If we were to use modern day terms. Would they constitute things that go bump in the night? Because they're technically still human.
I mean, it depends, I think. I think, like, slashers in specific technically count, because a lot of them do have a kind of supernatural aspect to them, do they not?
Do they? Okay,
I think
because
they do.
okay, because Michael Myers definitely has had a resurgence of. There were a couple of movies within the Halloween franchise where Michael Myers
there is a Michael
resurrected.
Myers. There is a Halloween movie coming out. Sorry, I thought you meant resurrected as in popularity, but I just want to say there
he's
is a...
literally resurrected.
Yeah,
As
no, I know
in
that.
his
I got
character.
confused.
Yeah,
There is a Halloween movie coming out in like 4 days,
yeah,
like
I know.
5 days.
Should we watch
I didn't
it
know
together,
that.
do you think? Should we watch it together and then
Oh
do
my
a
god.
review?
Yeah, does that mean I have to watch all of the other Halloween
No,
movies
absolutely
first?
not. I would
Okay,
not.
because I have only just watched the first one.
I will be real with you. I have not watched a single Halloween movie.
You should watch the first one. It's good. It's not scary, but it is good.
Here's the thing. I just feel no urge to watch it. Like, okay,
Yeah,
and I'll explain why. I'll explain why. When it comes to horror in media, specifically horror movies, at least Hollywood horror movies, I'm just so underwhelmed by their interpretation of monsters and ghouls and slasher films, and it all just seems kind of redundant, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I really liked Midsummer, right? And that's not
I haven't
like
seen it. I don't think I can watch it.
it's definitely a
I know
more
what happens in it. I think
psychological.
it's really good.
The concept's really good.
The concept is really good. However, personally, I can't handle gore.
Yeah, it is very gory. I watched it with Apollo, who we were talking about earlier, who I was gonna have on the podcast, but you know he was busy, which is totally fine. I got you, and I'm not complaining in the slightest.
Good.
Because I freaking missed you, and I was like, oh my god, I can get Reb on the freaking show finally.
Oh my
god. Which is just started up, by the way. I just recorded another podcast episode just a couple days ago. But
exciting.
When it comes to horror and the interpretation of like things that are horrific, Apollo found that particular movie, found Midsummer to be horrific, and I'm just sitting here like, this is just a cult. And this is completely sidetracking from what this episode is mainly supposed to be about, which is about sexy monsters in horror media and what constitutes a sexy monster in horror media, because it's very all over the place, because other people have specific things that they look at and deem as sexy.
I think,
right?
Are we specifically talking horror movies?
I'm talking any kind of horror media in general.
Okay. Because if you were like horror movies, I would say, like all of like the, classic B movie monsters. But if we're talking about horror media in general, that's a much wider scope of like, vampires, werewolves, whatever, that sort of thing. Like, I think it's more generic if you just say any media, because if you think movies, people start thinking of specific characters, when a lot of the time the monsters kind of encompass like a genre instead of just being like one specific character,
Well,
I'll say
I definitely do get that, but I think even when you talk about like, when I think sexy monster in media, I think I'm definitely gonna butcher this name, but Lady D from the recent
Lady Dimitrescu.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lady Dimitrescu. She from Resident Evil, the most resident of evil. The most recent Resident Evil
the most resident of evil.
Or not movie. There's a movie coming out. There's a movie coming out of Resident Evil. Jesus Christ.
I know. I got sent the trailer and did not watch it. I need to get around to that.
I didn't watch the trailer either. I've only watched one Resident Evil movie ever in my life, and I did not enjoy it.
Mhm.
But I think that's the thing. Like, for me personally, there has to be a really good villain-esque or monster-esque character in a horror movie for me to enjoy the story. Either that or there has to be a very, very good protagonist, right?
Yeah,
And if you
I don't
fail on
find
either accounts, I'm
necessarily.
done.
Because I don't necessarily find like movies or like books or whatever that are just kind of like depressing that interesting. Like if like I think there has to be like a good villain to
Like
enjoy.
Hereditary. I didn't like Hereditary.
Hmm.
I didn't like it. I was like, okay.
I have never seen it. I'm so sorry. We'll run it.
Or like Mother. Mother with the chick who played Katniss.
I haven't seen that either.
Okay, both of those movies are just really, really depressing. And they
Yeah.
do have an underlying, like, theme to them or, you know, a supernatural aspect to them, but they don't have an overlying, like, real main antagonist that makes you, like, want to punch them in the face. Like, the husband of the movie Mother kind of made me want to punch him in the face, but in like a patriarchal white dude way, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But it wasn't like here is this big booby slasher villain character that, you know, instead of okay, here's a good representation. There is a TikTok sound that is going around on specifically alt TikTok, right? It's the oh, please, Mr. Ghostface, don't kill me. I want to be in the sequel. And then it cuts to the music, right?
Yeah, I've seen that. I actually have that saved,
right?
Because
you want to do something with that, right? You want to do something with that. But I listened to that sound and literally thought Michael Myers, me, instead of running away from him, running towards him and just smashing my face in his chest, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not okay.
Moment.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen the first Halloween movie. I don't think Michael Myers did anything that sexy. He just kind of like stood most of the time.
You know what? I love a man that stands.
And if you're into that, you're into that. I don't know.
Stand there. Don't do anything. Just stand there.
I don't know. This is ironic because I am currently very hyperfixated on Marble Hornet, in which the main villain just stands as well.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not necessarily into the operator either.
Okay, but I gotta in talking about things adjacent to Marble Hornets for a quick sec.
That's never a good sign.
Well, I made a Twitter post about how the first and one of the only big creepypasta characters that I had gotten into in like middle school and high school, the height of the creepypasta era, right?
Oh god, yeah.
Was Slenderman, right? And today, when I think of Slenderman, I think, oh, that's a sexy motherfucker. I mean, and I got dragged for that.
I don't think you should get dragged for that. I mean, I think it's completely valid.
Okay, but here's the thing: they're going out of their way saying Heisenberg from Resident Evil 8 is freaking sexy, right? And Lady D, who literally transforms into a big monster, right?
Yeah.
And I can't say that Slenderman is sexy. He literally shows up in a 3-piece suit.
I appreciate Slenderman as a character.
He dressed up for the occasion.
He did. I was watching the streamer Zaf9 react to Marble Hornets earlier.
Yeah.
And his and also his partner Mary's reaction every time Slenderman showed up in Marble Hornets was amazing because they were just like, yeah, look at him go.
Right?
And I was
Okay, but real quick, on the topic of like creepypastas, right?
Oh, God,
I literally just at work yesterday officially listened to the original creepypasta of Jeff the Killer.
Oh my wait.
For the first time in my life.
Oh, it is so terrible, but that's why we love it.
Well, it's okay, I thought it was gonna be way worse than it was, right?
Oh no, it's literally like some 12-year-old.
Oh, then maybe I
That is
listened to something that was completely different. Maybe I was listening to the origins of Jeff the
maybe
Killer.
I was the original Jeff the Killer story. There is a really funny rendition of it, like dramatic reading of it, where
Okay.
by internet historian, where
Okay.
Chills plays Jeff the Killer, and it's so funny. And I think if you're gonna listen to the original Jeff the Killer, you should listen to that version because
Okay.
it is just hilarious.
Okay. I
But
think,
also, like, I find it
yeah.
interesting because the original Jeff the Killer story is not the one that I remember hearing back in the day either. So like, I think it's really funny that like, because I remembered hearing a completely different story. Like, I have
Interesting.
like a visual image in my head of like the Jeff the Killer origin story, and it is just like not. I don't know where I got it from.
That's weird. It's almost like a
I don't know where it came
Bernstein
from.
versus Berenstein Bears kind of situation, you know?
Maybe I don't know. I think I just read like someone's rendition of it, like or like I read like an well not unofficial, but I read like a kind of wiki page that
Yeah.
someone had edited or something.
Yeah.
Um.
But
Ooh.
Reb,
Yes.
tell me about the monsters that you think are sexy.
Oh God.
Tell me.
Do they have to be non-human?
Anything at all.
Because I know you're aware of this because you have access to my private Twitter.
Uh-huh.
I am absolutely madly in love with Masky from Marble Hornets. I think
Uh-huh.
he's my favorite character in the whole world
Uh-huh.
right now.
Yeah.
And I just think, I just think, if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
like if you're gonna simp really, really hard over a creepypasta character, it may as well be one that's actually like cool.
Okay.
I don't know why I phrased that as if it was like an overarching statement. I'm just
Yeah.
really down bad.
No, I completely understand. That's the whole
Down
point of this
tremendously.
podcast episode is to talk about monsters and you know like
And killers.
characters that
Yeah.
are really hot for
Yeah.
whatever reason. For whatever reason.
hmm
Um what was oh my gosh. Do you remember Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen it once.
Do you remember the big whale looking dude?
Yeah, the one who kind of looks like the guy from Monsters Inc. Or am I
Yeah.
like completely? Oh my
No,
god.
the big whale looking dude who's the villain of the first Lilo and Stitch movie.
Let me Google him just so I'm thinking of the right person.
Okay.
Lilo and I just searched Stig instead of Stitch. Did you ever watch Top Gear?
Huh?
I don't know why you would, since you're American.
I have no freaking idea,
The
dude.
Stig from Top Gear, man, what a man. That's I did not type the right thing in there.
You
Um,
you are
oh
struggling
yeah, I was
today.
thinking of the right guy. I was thinking of the right guy.
Yes. I don't remember what his name is, but even as a
Gantu,
child, what? Bantu?
Gantu,
Gantu?
yeah,
Gantu from Lilo and Stitch
Gantu, yeah,
technically is a monster. And I think
yeah.
he's hot as all hell. Not a
Fair enough.
joke, not a drill.
You, I,
I just
I
find
thought you were,
deep
I
man
thought we were gonna
voice.
talk about horror media, and then you're just like, oh yeah, the guy from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay,
Did you
but
ever, did you wait? Did you have a crush on the guy from Monsters Inc?
which guy from Monsters Inc?
The villain from Monsters Inc?
No, absolutely not. Unless you're
Oh,
talking about the
I feel like he's
guy,
adjacent.
unless you're thinking about the guy who can literally like, morph themselves into different
No,
shit.
not Randall.
Randall, I loved Randall. I thought Randall was so hot.
Randall was cool. Oh my god.
I did. I did.
I have Google Images open on my phone, and I'm just looking at a picture of him, and you're like, he's so hot.
I thought
No,
he was.
I was on about the crab guy,
Oh no,
Mr.
no,
Waternoose.
no, no,
I don't know.
absolutely not.
I felt like in my brain he was
Uh,
adjacent to the Lilo and Stitch villain.
unless we're talking like when it comes to like crab-like characters or any character with like a carapace or a body that extends to a carapace,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
sorry.
the only ones I can go with are Magic Brian from the Adventure Zone, right? Because I envision him with a carapace
Yeah.
body, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And um very hot of him to have a carapace body, in my interpretation of what,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I think it's only your
Magic
interpretation,
Brian.
but that is
It's
very
only
valid.
mine, but it's very valid. And anytime a lady with like a spider body and just big old titties shows up, I'm fucking there, bitch. I am fucking there.
In theory, I love that, but also I'm arachnophobic, so
That's my sister. That's my sister. My sister's arachnophobic, and
I'm
just
arachnophobic. I saw a spider. Where was it? Like in my house. No, sorry, it was in my flat. I'm in my flat. I saw a spider on my windowsill, and I tried to kill it with a shoe, and it went into the corner, so like I couldn't get it. So I started spraying deodorant at it. And then it went into a crevice. It went into like a crack, and I just couldn't sleep that night because I thought it was going to come back and get revenge.
Freeb, you gotta understand. You just tortured that poor fella.
Yeah, he was in my fucking face.
Okay, but you bring him outside.
He was massive and terrifying, and it was self-defense. He was gonna kill me.
He is more terrified
of you than
you are of
kill
him.
me. He was going to kill me.
No.
He was threatening me.
Okay, there's actually this really good creepypasta story that I listened to about spiders.
Yeah. Oh
and
god, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's changed my perspective on spiders as a scary phenomenon forever.
No, I really
in a good
cannot.
way. In a good way. In a good way.
I think you can make me not scared of spiders in theory so much, but then as soon as I see one, I will just like cry.
Imagine this. Imagine spiders.
I will not be imagining.
Millions of spiders, right? Are the only things keeping a giant malevolent entity at bay from releasing itself onto the world and killing everything. They sacrifice themselves.
I would rather.
And they sacrifice.
I would rather the malevolent entity.
You are so fucking nuts.
I'm scared of them.
And it straight so far from the topic at hand, which is supposed to be sexy monsters, and you're just like, I'm scared of spiders so much.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the conversation got to. So speaking of sexy monsters, I need to think of one real quick. Did you ever watch Monsters vs. Aliens as a kid?
I did.
Which character did you have a crush on? Because everyone had a crush on one of them.
Well, obviously the giant lady and Bob and the missing link.
Wait! You had a crush on Bob?
Of course, I had a crush on Bob.
Wait, my childhood best friend had a crush on Bob.
Listen, he's literally the Blob. How is that not sexy?
He is goo.
Yeah.
I think I'm about to put myself on blast. When I was a kid, I had a crush on Dr. Cockroach, but it was because of his personality.
Wait, so the personality of my best friend Hex is what turns you on?
What the fuck are you talking about? No,
I
don't know.
I'm just gonna chuck that knowledge away for later.
Wait. Hex, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. That was out of pocket.
And the funny thing is Hex's personality is exactly like Dr. Cockroach's.
I like
from Monsters vs. Alien.
I don't think I've met Hex.
You have met them. You have met them. But I'm not sorry, Hex. You know it's true.
My thing is I like characters who have a lot of charisma.
Oh.
So if they don't really do much, I don't really care.
What about The Shape of Water, dude?
I don't think I've ever seen The Shape of Water.
Oh my god, it's so good. It is actually
I'm sure it
really
is.
good because it revolves around a deaf protagonist, right? And her teaching sign language to a quote-unquote sea monster, right? And they fall in love. Turns out she was one of them all along. The whole reason
in the
she's
morning.
deaf, the whole reason she's deaf is because, oh, and this is all spoilers, I'm sorry. If you
Fine.
haven't watched The Shape of
I
Water,
don't.
it's
I'll
been
forget
literally
it.
5 years. Like, what are you doing with your
Yeah.
life?
Okay. One time I thought I was watching The Shape of Water, but I was actually watching like a different movie, and I just got them mixed up in my head. I can't remember what
So,
movie it was.
what is
What's that one like cyberpunk movie?
the
That
what?
was like it was like cyberpunk, but it was like the same. It came out at like the same time, or it has like a similar name or something, and it was about like I guess this like I don't know, was she a robot? I think she was a robot, but
Oh,
like
Ghost in a Shell?
Ghost in a Shell. Yeah, I don't know
That
why
is
I got that
nothing
mixed
like
up.
Shape of Water. What is
Exactly,
wrong with you?
exactly, exactly. I thought I was with like my mom like put it on and was like, oh, we're watching Ghost in the Shell, and I was like, oh, and then like the image I had in my head of what we were going to be watching was Shape of Water, and I just don't know why.
I am blown away.
It's okay. I'm very stupid.
It's okay. We're both dumb and hot here. It's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the dynamic duo.
just bimbos. We're both bimbos. Let's go.
Hmm.
Fuck yeah. Um, I think that any character who just has like the meatiest arms,
We
thighs, and pecs,
we
wielding
love beefy characters.
any kind of weapon, throw some tentacles in there. I don't fucking care. You know, you're a blob, dude. I don't. Let's get in bed.
I was about to say you were like basically describing musky marble hornets for a moment there.
Well, I just think that like
Yeah.
I just listen. I have an irrational fear of the water, right?
Okay.
But I'm also to this point where if like a giant tentacled monster did decide to pull me down into the deep, I would just not protest.
Great. I mean, would you give enthusiastic consent?
As long as they tapped me on the shoulder with their big tentacle, limb, appendage, whatever, and said,
Hmm.
"There's a bug in my room. Get out of here."
They said there's a bug in your room.
No,
Excellent.
no. But if they were like, "Hey there, I just want to drown you into the deep," maybe, like mind control you a little bit and make you like, I don't know, just my, human counterpart that I can embody sometimes and just eat a bunch of people. Are you okay with that? I'd be like, yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because on this podcast we support enthusiastic consent.
Yep. Only
We endorse
enthusiastic
it.
consent.
Yeah, if you don't, if consent is not willing and enthusiastic,
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't. And that goes for the monster
If
too.
if the monster is not sentient and able to consent to any of the things that we're describing right now, we will slash them from the table.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Michael Myers.
I mean, okay, the thing with Michael Myers is that like I'm not saying he can't give consent, but also he like doesn't say anything in the entire first movie. I don't know how it goes from there.
Hold on.
So that's why I was
Sign
confused.
language.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't show any like sign that he knows sign language.
Well, there was
You
this
have to teach
one.
him first.
There
Like
was this
I don't
one.
know, maybe he can.
There was this one artist who did a animation of him literally doing sign language to a cashier who's like
Oh,
very afraid
that's cute.
of all the critters that he was like, taking care of.
Aw.
And he was basically like the dad figure, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, dilfs.
We love Dill.
We love
We
dilfs
love
on this
Dill.
podcast.
You know
But
what else we love? MILFs.
oh yes, boobs of any variety. Um, just boobs in general.
Yeah.
You got boobs. Xenomorph, you got boobs.
I thought you were asking me for a second.
Nah, I'm just thinking about the Xenomorph, man. The Xenomorph queen.
Oh my god.
My coworker has like two Xenomorph tattoos, two tattoos from the movie Alien on her
Ooh.
leg and her thigh, and they are vivid detail, right? And I'm just like, yeah, I'd do the horizontal tango with that thing. I don't even care if I get a chest popper.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm good. I've said my piece with God.
I was looking for inspiration while you were talking on like what monsters to bring up, and I've just seen a very cursed image.
What was it? Tell me.
I'm gonna send you it.
Okay.
Well, while I'm sending it, I just think that, we really don't talk enough about like the human villains in horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, oh, like the xenomorph, or like sorry.
Yeah.
Or everyone's like, oh, xenomorph, oh, the shape of water, but like, come on, you've got to want to fuck a person as well.
I mean, what is this? What is this?
It's a gift. It's a gift.
Why does he have such a massive V line?
Why not?
Don't smoke weed, chat. So ironic.
Yeah.
It is so ironic. I can't. Oh my god, it's kind of showing on the thing.
On the recording. Oh
yeah,
my god.
Just pull that down.
You have to leave it out. No one can know what I sent you.
No one can know.
No one can know.
Absolutely no one can
God.
know. Post editing Hades is definitely going to be working overtime.
Exciting.
Post-editing Hades here. Reba did in fact give me a picture of Sully from Monsters Inc. with an impressive V-line. That's what the picture was. That's what it was. But I think there's been a massive underrepresentation of creepy, spooky, ooky, kooky little monster ladies. What is up with that, do you think?
Where are the ladies?
Where are the ladies?
Where are the ladies?
Like,
I like men, but I also like ladies. Yeah, Lady D
is the product of the times, okay?
I would literally die for her.
She would let
I'm
you.
not even
I'm
not even joking. Yeah, I am like not even joking when like like the meme where it's like so cold free thing because when like that was like that was me when Lady D came out. When we first saw her, I was like, I just no thoughts, head empty, only boob. I was just, oh my god, woman.
First moment I saw Lady D, I went, awooga. Just
shoved I did. Me. I was like the cartoon. I was like the jaw drops to floor
right
awooga.
Into those mommy milkers. I just lost my mind. Lost all my marbles. Just like Squid Game.
All of them.
Just like Squid Game, and then I was immediately eliminated from the game.
I have not seen Squid Game.
I have not either. I've just taken context clues from Squid Game.
Yeah. I only know vague things about it.
I got a little star that says, you tried.
I know that one guy from it's really cute though.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like his name is a spoiler.
Oh, is this?
And I don't know which number he is.
Oh.
But like one of the guys in Squid Game's really cute.
Fun fact
He's not
about
a monster
Squid
though.
Game. Yeah, fun fact about Squid Game, none of those characters are monsters. They're just
exactly.
people. Which is
I am finding it hard to think of horror monsters.
Well, that's because we're talking about it. We gotta I don't know.
Ooh,
okay, what is
classic gothic literature?
Cthulhu.
Yeah, you would.
Would you get all up? Would you get all up in that tentacle beard? Be honest.
You would. Hades writes cosmic horror. We already knew this.
Listen, I've never written one lick of even borderline H.P. Lovecraftian horror.
No, but like I know, but like you do write like cosmic horror.
I do, but I've never written the kind of cosmic horror that H.P. Lovecraft perfected. Which, to be honest, his Okay, his monster's fantastic, phenomenal, love it. But
Him, terrible.
him,
Disgusting.
terrible, just shoot him into space, into literally the mouth of Azathoth. I do not care.
Yeah.
You know? But would I with Azathoth? Perhaps. He doesn't. Here's the thing: Azathoth does not have a form that stays the same at any given moment in time. It is constantly changing, so you don't know what he looks like. So he could look like anything.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what they look like because we still love them.
We love them all the same. Okay, I've got a monster for you. Have you ever watched Cloverfield?
I have not.
What is wrong with you? Okay.
A lot of things. I'm gonna Google this. I will give you my
Cloverfield monster. Just Google Cloverfield monster. That specific entity.
Which one? There's several.
Well, the big one.
There are several.
Just look at any one of the big ones and tell me what you think.
This looks like an SCP render.
Right?
The picture I'm looking at.
Right? So, for those of you who don't know, who are listening to us right now, our dulcet tones, Cloverfield is a found footage film that is really, really good.
I love
it came out around the same time that the Blair Witch Project came out, approximately, maybe a little bit later than that. Found footage was really starting to like gain a hold in horror and everything, and I personally really like good found footage, you know?
Yeah, good found footage is great. Bad found footage
is horrible.
Yeah.
It's not even just
we talked about Marble Hornets earlier. Have you seen the Marble Hornets movie?
I have not.
Always watching. It is found footage, but it is awful found footage.
Oh dear.
That's the thing. Every attempt at making the Slenderman movie, like an actual big budget movie, has been awful, and I appreciate that.
Listen,
Slenderman lives
can't do my boy right.
Amateur filmmaking and indie creations only.
Yeah, as he should, honestly.
Ooh, wait, I'm trying to remember a movie I watched.
ADHD
Pacific
brains
Rim.
at their finest.
Pacific Rim.
There are so many people who have told me that Pacific Rim is right up my alley, and I've just never watched it.
Okay. Oh my! I watched it recently. I feel like you would be interested in the kaiju.
Tell me more.
I feel like you should Google them because I can't really. There are a lot of them.
All right,
They are extremely big, and
I
they
love
are monsters.
big. Tell me more.
They are monsters,
Pacific
and they
Rim.
and they are spooky.
They're spooky. Are they ooky and kooky?
I think so. Are you looking at them?
I am, this reminds me a lot of Godzilla.
Yeah, it's inspired. I'm pretty sure Pacific Rim's inspired by Godzilla.
I actually just recently listened to a Godzilla creepypasta about an NES game.
Oh, that's one of the really early ones, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really
Oh, I remember Godzilla NES.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever read it, but I remember it.
You know what?
Wait, okay.
You know
How do you feel? How do you feel about haunted video game creepypastas?
If done well, I'm really into it.
Because I have a soft spot for them. Even the really terrible ones, like Lost Episode, like haunted video game ones. Even if they're terrible, I kind of love them.
Yeah.
And I think part of it's like nostalgia, but also like they're just fun. Like there is a haunt. I once wrote a haunted Mario Kart Wii creepypasta in a notebook.
Epic. That is epic. Okay.
And I found I found it before I left.
Here's the problem though. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, the kaiju from Pacific Rim?
Yeah. Okay, there's this dude who seems to have like scaled tentacles, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
These guys don't seem like they're sentient. Are they sentient?
I mean, they definitely at least know what they're doing.
I mean, there's Godzilla right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla is a kaiju, right?
I don't know, maybe?
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hold on a second.
Like, oh wait, like
Clover is
actual
right
Godzilla?
there. Clover from Cloverfield is a part of the kaiju list. What?
Oh.
So it seems like
See,
they're just kind of
it's
Raiju.
a
I'd bang Raiju. He's got a full double set of titties right there. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the kaiju lore. I just thought
I
they were
don't
up your
either. I'm
alley.
very into the kaiju lore now. All of a sudden, though.
All of a sudden,
All of a
you saw a
sudden.
double pair. You saw a double pair of titties, and you were just like,
And I
"Oh,
was
I'm
like,
looking."
hey, let me get in there. Very interested in what you have to offer today. You know, I see that you're bringing a lot to the table. Can we talk about your sentience though? Because that is a major thing for me is consent.
It is.
You know,
I don't remember. I have. It's been a long time since I saw the movies.
because here's the thing: if they are able to consent, absolutely, 10,000% yes.
So kaiju in general seem to are like very much just the genre of Godzillian,
Yeah,
of like Godzilla type characters.
yeah.
I don't think there's anything to say that none of them are sentient.
Mm.
I don't know which specific ones are, but
Yeah. Like, uh, it's even to say, how would you categorize xenomorphs, for example? Are they on a different level of sentience? Are they more sentient than human beings are? You know?
exactly.
It's a very weird scale, you know, because obviously you can look at like Lady D from Resident Evil 8 and be like, ah, yes,
Hmm.
absolutely, there is open communication here. We know that the parties are consensual. You know, there's nothing. These lines are not blurred. You know,
Hmm.
but then you look at like Michael Myers. He has never like talked, or at least in the first film, he's never talked, right?
Yeah, he
But
has
does he know
it
sign
is
language?
specifically
You
it
know?
is specifically stated in the first Halloween movie that he did not speak in 15 years.
Yeah, is but does he know sign language? You know, like it opens a whole, you know, broad thing of like, can this character
Yeah.
consent? Is a nodding of the head consent in this situation? I don't know. I'm not
Well,
a psychiatrist.
if you think about it, didn't you say you were really into Slenderman? How does that work?
Well, he's gonna stamp a post-it note on my forehead that says yes, and then all of his wriggly goo arms are gonna go,
Yeah.
what?
Fair enough.
Specifically like that. I think that
Yeah,
that.
wait, I'm sorry. You're recording this for YouTube, right?
Yes, I am.
Are you recording our little Discord icons?
Yeah.
Please imagine for a second that the hand in my Discord icon is your avatar hand. I feel like this is most of our conversation.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Um.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
Demogorgon from Stranger
Demogorgon?
Things.
I don't. I mean, I've seen like clips of them. I haven't actually watched Stranger Things,
That
but
thing
like,
is
I don't
sentient.
know.
It's like a hive mind, right?
Yeah, they don't really do much for me.
Big, big lips. Lots of
I don't.
kisses. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
You're like, too
I'm
many
not fe-
lips.
too many
Too,
teeth. I'm not gonna say too many teeth, but
wow. Wow.
badly placed teeth. I think.
Okay, okay. I feel you. I feel you. Now, would we say that Bionicles and Transformers are under the veil of like monsters?
Well, they are non-human.
But are
Someone's
they
gonna think they're a
monsters?
monster, like
I've
Transformers.
seen a lot of people who really want to do the horizontal tango with
I know. I have a
Transformers.
friend who does.
Oh my goodness. We'll get into
You
that
know.
later. Um, no, we won't. We
Well,
won't. We
you
won't.
know what? I guess I can see the appeal, which is a weird sentence to say when we're talking about Transformers. But I don't know. They're sentient. They
Yeah,
can
Optimus
consent. You
Prime
know.
can absolutely 110% rail the living heck out of me. Are you joking?
the more important thing is that he can consent to it.
Exactly, because he's a sentient individual. And he's
Yeah.
like, yes. I'll put my muffler in you or something. I don't know. What is
I don't know either. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, right?
I guess that's the fun of it for some people, though, figuring out how it works.
How does it work? Too many cooks?
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. I miss Too Many Cooks.
Okay, but
I could literally go watch it in like 5 minutes. But
what about Local 58?
Ooh, what are we talking about? Local 58 though.
Local 58, the little mystery monster.
Which little mystery monster?
Little guy, little dude causing trouble.
Have we seen it? Have we seen the little mystery monster?
Some people have seen like snippets of the little monstery dude, little guy causing trouble.
I think it's too early to say.
Okay.
I say I don't know. I'm assuming Local 58 is being continued. Judging by the broadcast. Well, not the broadcast. The website interruption.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was a teaser.
Should we, in progressing further away from that, we getting into less mainstream media? What about SCPs?
Oh, okay. I very like it. Like SCPs.
Yeah.
It depends on the SCP because it's a very wide range of things.
Okay. Let's start off with a big one that I'm pretty sure anybody would know if they knew SCPs. For those of you who don't know what the SCP Foundation is, it's a wiki page where a bunch of different authors have come together to make a very, very broad spanned universe that varies in anomalies and strange entities and objects that can do a range of different things that could be malevolent or benevolent in any kind of way.
It's the SCP Foundation is a foundation that secures, contains, and protects SCP, different objects and beings and entities that do not follow the laws
of physics.
Yeah. So I think I know who you're gonna say, but
yeah. So let's start off with one that has a lot of controversy within the SCP Foundation, which would be the Scarlet King. Smash or pass?
Wait a second, I need to remind myself of the Scarlet King.
He's got a lot of ladies. He seems to be open to polyamory. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's my type, but
he seems to have like
he's got a very
specific kink, I think.
Oh yeah. I see.
Yeah. Big man. Big man doing a big job.
I mean, not entirely my type. You know what? I'll say smash for the purposes of this.
Okay. The indestructible lizard, who is definitely sentient, by the way.
I know he's sentient, but it's a lizard.
But he's not a lizard. It's just the name.
No, I know, but like, I don't. I think it's too much for me.
Would you be dead before you even smashed? Probably.
I think it's too lizardy for me.
Too lizardy? Too Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of looks like a crocodile.
Okay. Trying to think of some good entities.
Some good SCPs.
Some good SCPs. The Hanged King.
The Hanged King. I don't know what the Hanged King looks like.
It's just a hanged dude.
No, because he's
swing. And then he was put on a very spiky throne.
Yeah,
kind of emaciated.
Oh, he's not actively hanging. Okay.
No.
I thought he was actively hanging.
Talk about auto asphyxiation, right?
I was concerned. I was like, are they not going to get him down?
No. Well, they let him hang for quite a while.
he's a good human shape.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go. I feel like the unkillable lizard is too non-human for me.
Okay.
If I like monsters, I like them to still look like people.
So
Or be
on the
people.
scale of smashing monsters, you
I
have
don't.
no creative
Well,
zones.
it's not creative. I just don't. I don't know. If it
So
looks like an animal.
So if I was to come up to you and say, "Hey, Godzilla's wondering if you want to smash," you're just gonna be like, "Oh no, Godzilla! Ooh, Godzilla!
Godzilla. I
Godzilla!"
I don't think I'd survive that personally. So
It's not about surviving; it's just about having a good time.
Exactly. But
Exactly.
I feel like I wouldn't be having a good time if I died.
I mean, we don't know what kind of smashing we're talking here.
I'll give you possibly one of the most popular SCPs.
Okay.
049.
049.
Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor, but we like to call him the Plague Doctor.
Okay, the
We like to call
Plague
him the Plague
Doctor.
Doctor.
The Plague Doctor, really? Everybody wants to smash the Plague Doctor.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll be
I
real
was
with
giving you
you.
an easy one.
I'll be real with you. I would not smash.
Why not?
Boring.
Are
Boring.
you sure?
Yeah.
Is it not because he literally kills everything he touches?
Nah, I'm fine
Well,
with
not
the killing
everything. He
everything he
can.
touches. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Bored.
I don't think he's boring.
Bored.
Damn.
Bored. Because here's the thing. I need a little spice in my life. You gotta be weird shit. You gotta be on that weird level. Yeah, you can make people dead. Okay, most people can make people dead. What, you think that's a special trait?
No, his special trait. No, his special trait is that he can bring them back to life.
Yeah, but that's just necrophilia.
Not necrophilia, because you're not doing it with the thing.
But
He's not doing it with the
he's probably gonna be
zombies.
like, Hades, do you want to join in? We got all these dead dudes now. And I'm like, no! I don't want genital warts.
I don't think the Dash 2s would be involved. I don't think the zombies would be involved.
Every time with
You're
these
just talking
freaking
about the Plague
SCPs,
Doctor.
every time with these freaking SCPs that can reanimate corpses, I come into their room, I say, hey, how's it going, Bob? They go, hey, Hades, how's it going? I made this reanimated corpse. You want to have a threesome? It's every time, Reeb. Every time.
I'm so sorry that happens to you. I feel like you need to establish boundaries with these SCPs.
I know. I'm literally losing my mind. I'm like, Bob, please. His name is Bob now. That's his name. His name's not Dr. Pleag or whatever.
His name's not Dr. Plague. His name is literally just the Plague Doctor, and you're just naming him Bob.
It's just Bob, okay? All of them are named Bob. I'm naming the indestructible lizard Bob, and you know what, Reba?
Yeah.
Just because you said you wouldn't smash, I'll smash.
Okay. Okay, okay, you like weird shit. Here's one that you're gonna have to figure out.
Alright.
I think 079?
079, isn't that the mask?
No, that's 035.
Oh, I'm dumb. Explain to me 079 again.
Okay, 079 is the computer.
Oh, the sentient AI?
The AI. The sentient AI.
Well, you can plug in your router anytime, baby. What are we doing here? Let's go. Listen, I think all the sentient AI needs is a loving hand. They just
okay.
They just need somebody to rub their ears a little bit. Oh my god. Oh
I think we went through a few of the most popular SCPs now.
Let's get
into a different media that I know we're both into. Okay. The Magnus Archives.
Oh no. You want to explain the Magnus Archives?
Okay, the Magnus Archives is a podcast.
You gotta do the whole bit. You gotta do the whole bit.
No, I don't remember it. It is a podcast made by the company Rusty Quill.
Rusty Quill.
Am I right? Okay, yeah, I thought I was wrong for a second.
I still follow them.
Made by Rusty Quill. Yeah, same.
Under a non-commercial share-alike international 4.0 license.
um, yeah. So the Magnus Archives is a podcast that revolves around a place called the Magnus Institute. It is an institute that is devoted to documenting paranormal and supernatural things.
Specifically
It
what?
is
Specifically what,
about
though?
specifically the archives, and the new archivist, as of the first episode, Jonathan Sims. I kin him. um,
Okay.
yeah, I had to get that in there.
Yeah.
And it's a cosmic horror, but also a horror anthology podcast.
But it's specifically cosmic horror revolving around very, very, you know,
Abstract
not
fears.
abstract, but phobias that people have in day-to-day life that are pretty normal, you know?
Yeah,
like fears of heights, fears of the dark.
This is technically a spoiler, but I'm just warning. But the gist of the Magnus Archives is that there are 14 or maybe 15 entities that each of them encompass different types of fear. So like, fear of being watched, fear of being chased, fear of death, fear of everything like that. And these entities have people who are devoted to serving them, people or monsters that are called avatars. Hades, which of the Magnus Archives avatars would you do the horizontal tango with if you could?
Okay, well, you know your boy loves a good chase. There is a specific avatar called the Avatar of the Hunt, and they like making themselves out to be little wolfy boys. And you know your boy loves werewolves, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, you're running after me with a knife. I'm just gonna run right back into the knife, baby. Like, what are you doing here? You think we're playing around?
Isn't the thing that they don't like, that the avatars of the hunt don't like it when the chase ends? So I don't think they're gonna kill you.
Well, then we'll just smash, okay?
Exactly. I was thinking more specific characters.
Oh,
well,
well,
I enjoyed that anecdote.
I don't think that I have any specific characters, more of like the entities within and the cosmic horror versions of them I would smash, like,
I think I should acknowledge the sexiest man in the Magnus Archives, which is very much Mike Crew.
Abso-freaking-lutely, he stayed around for way too short of a time period.
We needed him.
Rusty Quill, what is your fucking problem? Rusty
Bring
Quill,
him back. Bring my boy back.
You had an opportunity here to have a snarky little piece of shit as part of the podcast, and you denied us. You denied us the snarky little piece of shit, and I'm upset about it. Genuinely.
Also, yeah, Mike Crew is an avatar of the Bat, which is a fear of wide open spaces.
And I would not smash.
I would. I don't care if he's like 5 foot tall.
Michael Crew himself, yes, I would smash. But the vast itself, I have such a fear of heights.
I like heights.
Get away from me.
You know what I don't like?
What?
Spiders.
You know what? I'll smash.
However, Annabelle Kane.
I'll smash. I'll smash. You know,
only if she keeps the spiders out of my view, though.
I feel like the web, the web in general, the entity that is the web, is into some kinky shit. You know, probably biting and bondage.
Okay. I think as long as Annabelle Kane keeps the spiders out of my view, she can call me any day. And she
You know she can't do that. It's literally a part of her. She's literally made up of spiders. What are you talking about?
I just don't want to see them.
Okay, well, to each their own. Okay, but if we're talking about the Eye for a second here, which is Jonathan Sims', big guy in the sky, the Eye, right?
Yeah. Big eye in the sky.
That is specifically like voyeurism on a broad scale. Not even just like sexualized voyeurism. It's just voyeurism.
Yeah, it literally is.
That is so boring.
No, I think it's interesting. I think that the concept of the Eye, the beholding, the watcher as like a fear, I think it resonates a lot with me, and I really enjoy the kind of whole concept of it. Plus, it's dark academia, Hades. The dark academia aesthetic.
Dark academia, look at me. I just made this entire podcast based off of everything that anybody else could have made of. Meh. Meh.
What?
I don't know. I'm just being a little shit.
You are.
Every day. I can't help it. I can't help it. This is why I'm gonna have aunties. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being the way I am.
I am the first Hades auntie.
It's true. You just look at me and you say, "Despise you, you little fuck."
Yeah.
But okay.
Oh, on the topic of the Magnus Archive,
Okay.
how do you feel? How do you feel about our lovely, the distortion? Either iteration, Michael or Helen.
Chef's kiss. That is a whole other level of like, you could do things with my body, right? you could absolutely just do things with my body that are not humanly possible. Just generally, you should not be able to do that, Michael. What the hell are you doing with your fingers, Michael? Why are you putting them there, Michael? What the fuck, Michael?
This is not getting monetized.
It's not getting monetized at all. This is literally, I'm going to check it off on YouTube as sensitive content because this is fully down the rabbit hole. But like,
is this going in live, or is it just going in, or are you editing it?
Oh, I'm going to be editing some specific bits of it to make it seem more coherent and stuff, of course. But I'm good at my job, which is definitely not a job that I get paid for. This is literally just me doing shit for fun and talking to you about, which Magnus Archives entities I would totally bang.
Yeah, I think that is very, who I think is very underrated.
Who?
In the Magnus Archives? Oliver Banks.
He
is literally one of the few characters in the show who is canonically described as hot.
He is. And you know
the
what?
The others being Tim and Jared Hopworth.
Yeah, Jared Hopworth. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm sorry. To get away from it for a second. The Flesh. Call me.
It's just meat.
Call me. Listen, I'm into meats. I'm into meats. I'm into give me that idea. Reba. Give me that meat.
The Flesh's idea of trying to summon the old gods was to throw a bunch of meat in a hole.
And you know what? Good for them.
It didn't work, though.
Good for them, though.
Ooh.
They said flesh hole? Yes, please.
I have an interesting take for you. Sorry, it's a take. I have an interesting media to bring up with you. Have you seen Dark Deception yet?
Dark Deception? No, I have not.
It's a video game that is basically evil Pac-Man.
Oh yes, you told me about this briefly.
Yeah, they have and like each level has like different monsters associated with it. Some of them probably there are ones that are like one of the levels is a child. We are not going to talk about the children.
I'm not into
also,
that.
We're not going to talk about the protagonist because the protagonist is a very bad guy, just in general. Like he's just not a good person.
Okay.
However, there are some interesting villains. I think you should Google the Reaper nurses. I think they're very pretty. I think they're very pretty.
Reaper
in like a genuine thing.
Nurses. Dark Deception.
I don't want to necessarily sexualize them because of the lore behind them, but they do have like.
Oh, is there bad lore?
The lore. Well, okay. So the thing in Dark Deception is that I guess the all of the monsters are like kind of iterations of all of the bad things that the protagonist has done, and the Reaper nurses kind of like they are characters that are very sexualized on purpose, so that but they really, really, really hate men. And it's because of the main characters' sort of misogyny, but I think they're very neat characters.
They're very pretty, I'll give them that, but like I don't get a monster vibe from them. You know what I mean?
Like, have you seen The Matron?
Yeah, I saw The Matron. I was scrolling down the pictures and I saw the matron. I think it's a weird thing for me because it's like when people are like, "Ooh, you're alternative. That means you must like goth girls, you know?" And it's like it all really depends, you know?
You
You
don't have to
know?
like them. I just like their object head vibe.
Oh, their object heads are really cool. It reminds me a lot of like when I used to draw object heads in middle
Yeah.
school and high school, you know what I mean? I was
Mhm.
fully into that. I would draw like TV head characters. I would draw,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I was
I
hugely
think
into
I think
that.
object head characters are really cool. Another monster from Dark Deception is the Gold Watchers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They are still very humanoid, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. I have one for you.
Okay.
I have one for
Yeah.
you. Oh God, I don't even know what it would be called, technically.
Mhm.
There is this series on Mr. Creepypasta's channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check out Mr. Creepypasta. If you like horror and you like,
I like Mr. Creepypasta.
yeah, for our listeners who are listening to the podcast right now, if you like listening to narrated horror because you don't have the time to read it yourself, Mr. Creepypasta does some absolutely fantastic narrations of horror on YouTube. Check him out. Check out his wife as well. On Etsy, she does tea based off of like D&D products and everything. It's really cool.
Ooh.
Um, it's the Ivory Monocle if you want to check that out. But I love that I'm just advertising for Mr. Creepypasta and his wife. But
Give me what I should be looking at.
oh, what you should be looking at, the Infected Town files. I don't know if there was something before what he has on YouTube. But there's a playlist of these files that this main character like goes through, and there's like different entities and stuff like that. But I want to specifically talk about this hole just in this
Just a
apartment
hole.
building. There's just this hole in an apartment building that wasn't there before, and it seemed to
Oh,
have like a hypnotic effect on people. And I want to talk
oh,
about like monsters that have a hypnotic effect on people. Would you
oh,
smash a monster that has a hypnotic effect on you?
I mean, sure.
I mean,
Would
but
you?
sure. Yeah.
I'm glad we've had this
But
conversation.
like, it's more of like, are you into a hive mind aspect of things? Because we could talk about SCP sarcasm and
Yeah.
like the whole flesh thing. You know, again, that's a hive mind kind of situation. Do you think what is
I
your
don't.
vibe there?
I don't really. I don't know. I don't really think that's interesting. I just think
Yeah,
character cool.
character cool, must smash.
Yeah, that's as much as it goes for me often.
Okay, okay. I mean, I get that. Um, oh, what about Venom?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I knew that
You
was
can't hear it,
coming.
but I'm slamming my credit card on the table right now. And
Take
by
my
you can't hear it,
money.
it's because I'm not actually doing it.
Take my
Just
money.
imagine that I'm doing that.
Oh my god, the new
It's
Venom.
Venom. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it.
It's come
Ooh,
out, and I'm very excited to see it. Apparently,
I have.
Sapnap saw it and said that it was very
Ooh,
good.
I have a monster for you.
Yes.
So if you see Crypt TV,
No.
um, search the look see for me real quick.
I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna check it
Yeah,
out. Let's
I just
see the look see. Nope, that's not it. That's a t-shirt.
the look see monster or look see Crypt TV. I feel like we've had this conversation. You said no, but I want you to
Monster.
reconsider because I think he's very cool.
Images. Hmm. Is it this dude that seems to have like gashes on his face?
Yeah, the silence is deafening.
He gives me
Oh,
emo boy vibes.
what?
He
Sorry?
gives me emo boy vibes. Like he looks like a little emo
Emo
boy.
boy vibe?
Yeah, with his little cut off, mittens.
Yeah, he's fashionable.
I'd
He's a
pass.
bit more business
I'd
casual than
pass.
Slenderman. He doesn't have
I'd
the
pass.
3-piece.
I'd pass.
Why?
And I just listen. When I want to go on a date with my monster boyfriend, I want him to look the part, and he's not looking the part.
What do you mean he's not looking
He's
the
just not
part?
looking the part. At
Just
least
because
with the
he's business
kaiju,
casual.
at least with the kaiju, he's coming out with 2 sets of titties, right? Big old tail, and a gorgeous face. Beautiful face. Beautiful body, right? This dude.
Is it because he doesn't have a face?
No, because you know me with Slenderman. At least
Exactly.
Slenderman's putting some time and care into his appearance to make me think, oh my gosh, he's so
Oh,
sweet. He brought me flowers.
Hades likes some vein, clearly.
No, I'm just saying, like, even with the Xeno Queen, she puts time and effort into her appearance, and this dude just does not, and it doesn't do it for me.
I have not seen the part where Xenomorph Queen is like sitting at like a vanity, like,
well, she's obviously
like,
got a very good skincare routine. She's got a great skincare routine. Have you seen the slick blackness of her skin?
Yes.
Come on. I'm into that. I'm into it.
I know.
Bite my head off. Thank you very much. And now I'll go home.
Hey, do you have any more monsters?
But let's think for a second. Classic monsters.
Classic monsters? Like, are we talking B-movie classic, or are we talking like gothic classic?
We're talking gothic classic.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know as well as I do that vampires in lore and Dracula and Nosferatu and Vlad the Impaler are some pretty, epic monsters.
Yeah.
Would you smash Dracula?
Oh, it depends. It depends which iteration of Dracula.
We're talking OG.
Or original Dracula.
Original Dracula.
Depends. Because, like, you know, like, but like,
he's got that fur on the back of his hands.
He's got it's on the front. It's on his palms. He's got hairy palms.
Hairy palms. Do you like hairy palms?
Not particularly.
But you don't know.
He crawls on the wall like a wizard.
Is it soft hair? We don't know.
No. He crawls on the wall like a lizard.
Is that attractive to you?
Not particularly. He's you know what is attractive to me?
Yeah.
The Brides of Dracula.
Okay, but that's a given. That's a given, and you know it. I'm not asking about them because we know that everybody would smash the Brides of Dracula.
Of course.
Of course. And if you wouldn't, you're probably gay, and that's okay. But all of the lesbians and people who love ladies are gonna smash the Brides of Dracula, and that's okay. But would you smash Dracula?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would.
I wouldn't either.
Okay.
He gives me old man vibes.
Yeah, he's like an old guy.
But not like smashable
but not
old
like,
man.
Yeah, not like Silver Fox, like just old man. Regular old man.
Yeah, just regular old dude that I would absolutely not smash in any given point in time. Now.
Okay, consider for a moment though. Yeah. You know the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Okay.
The one with Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Would you smash that version of Dracula?
Ooh. No.
Fair enough.
You know, when I think about Dracula, I just think old dude that I don't like, and I just go on my merry way. And now I will bring you to the next one. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is a classic of sci-fi horror. It was the original sci-fi horror, if you will.
It was.
Now, would you smash Frankenstein's monster?
Not at the beginning of the book. But, you know, after he can, like, read and write and communicate, then yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
he's just a hot guy with creepy eyes.
Yeah. Now, would you say that smashing Frankenstein's monster before the events that happen after he does not get his bride would change the events of the story?
Are you asking me if I think Frankenstein's monster just needed to get laid?
Yeah, I am asking you if you think Frankenstein's monster just needed to get laid and get over it.
No, I think it could help. I think
Okay.
he deserved love.
But that's not love, that's just smashing.
I know, but like, stress relief. Maybe then he would be able to, find love.
Uh-huh.
Because yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That's my thought. Anything else?
I have one more.
One more.
One more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is gonna be a little bit of an obscure one, unless you are specifically into H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, I am not. So.
Have you ever heard of the King in Yellow?
I have not. Let me just type my extremely long password.
I didn't even answer if I would smash Frankenstein's monster. I would.
Yeah,
yes,
would you?
Absolutely, 120%, because he's got big, beefy arms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very into big, beefy arms. I've already said this at the beginning of the podcast. Big, beefy arms. Come on.
Yeah, big, beefy arms.
Come on. Big, beefy arms. Mm-hmm. Let's go. All right.
What am I looking at?
The King in Yellow.
Okay. Is there any specific image?
Well, let's see.
Like interpretation.
The King in Yellow.
I'm seeing a guy. I'm seeing tentacles.
Yeah.
Which I think is a given.
Yeah.
Oh, he's buff in this picture, in this drawing.
Yeah.
He's beefy in this drawing, so maybe.
Basically, cosmic horror with a yellow shroud. What do you think of that? Not very much described. Big tentacly dude. Probably has tentacles. Who knows? I'll send you an image. How about that? I'll send you an image.
Okay. Yeah, it'll prevent me from looking at what I sent you earlier in the call.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Actually, let's just
I
find
do think
that
is a
image.
masterpiece, though.
Oh. Where's this file that I just found? Oh no. All right.
Wait, you save things to your computer?
I save things to my computer. Yes,
I
know.
I just copy and paste the image link.
Oh, well.
Ooh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
No.
What do you think of that? Does that do it for you?
Maybe.
This is a yes or a no question.
Sure. Would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought you'd say. Okay.
Do you have any final monsters that we should go over, or just strange entities that you're like, oh yeah, well, smash.
Strange entities.
Any
I don't know. I just want to know your take on the Marble Hornets cast.
I have not watched the Marble Hornets.
I'll send you pictures.
Fine.
Well, specifically Masky and Hoodie. I guess they're monsters. They're not. They're just people, but the kind of the personas, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're just people.
They're just big guys.
They're guys. They're just dudes.
Just
let me find. I'm looking for an image.
5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Well.
Oh,
that's a terrible image.
You're putting so much love and care into finding these images for me. Thank you so much, Reeps.
It's not love and care for you. It's love and care for Masky Marble Hornets. I need to make sure he's represented well. Where's that specific picture? Where is that specific shot where he's like Spider-Man crouching on someone's drawers?
Ooh.
I don't know why it isn't one of the first things that shows up.
Okay.
What do you want to? gonna fill the silence well.
Rusty Quill is a 4.0. I was just gonna go into saying the whole Rusty Quill copyright thing again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other monsters that I think of when I think of Smashable and Passable.
Smashable and passable.
Yeah.
Okay, here is one of the only clearest images we get of
Okay.
Masky Marble Hornet.
Let's see it.
He's watching someone sleep.
Okay.
And by someone I mean the main character. He's just simply vibing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's fucking crouching like that, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Okay.
I mean, you were in a creepypasta. You already know these guys.
Yeah.
So like, I do want you to be aware that the fanonization the creepypasta fandom did to them.
Yeah.
So.
Pass.
And then here we have Hoodie, who I care about slightly less. That's why it took me less time to get the image. You see, you can pass all you want, but I feel like you may change your mind if you watch the actual series.
I would pass on both. Pass on both.
I would pass on Hoodie, only because I feel like he's too much of a girl boss.
Okay. Alright. Gonna pass on somebody because they're a girl boss, I get it.
There's only one girl boss in my heart, and it's Lady Dimitrescu.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. I completely understand. Do you have any final monsters that we can pass or smash?
Final monsters? I don't think so.
Alright. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's podcast episode. If you aren't subscribed already, consider subscribing, because that means the absolute world to me, because I do this for free and it takes us literally hours. Isn't that right, Reba?
Yeah. I've been here for 7 hours. Please help. Free me.
I've just trapped them in my basement and they're not leaving.
Yeah. They won't let me out unless this gets 1 like.
Unless this gets, let's say 10 likes, I'll let Reba out of my basement.
Yeah, please help.
Reba, shout out whatever channels you have and social media platforms.
I recently rebranded. I am now Reb.exe on everything.
Whoa.
It's Reb dot spelt D-O-T and then EXE.
Whoa, what
like
the
the
heck?
creepypasta.
Like a creepypasta. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Well, that is gonna be it. Subscribe, you frickin' weirdos. Am I right, Reeb?
Let me out of your basement.
Okay. All right. I definitely will not be doing that. Bye. Subscribe.